Welcome to This Explainer. Today we're diving into something super fascinating, the exact, everyday decisions that actually build lasting wealth. We're going to break down the daily routines of the highly successful, discovering exactly how they pull it off so we can start applying it to our own lives right now. Now, you might be wondering, why do some people become millionaires? Even if they didn't inherit a single dime, never won the lottery, and honestly, don't even earn a massive six-figure salary. It's a wildly common misconception that immense wealth always has to start with immense luck, right? Like you need a trust fund or a silver spoon. But the data tells us a completely different story. Okay, let's dive into this because the actual data completely shatters that myth. Take a guy like Ronald Reed. He was a gas station attendant and a janitor who somehow amassed an $8 million fortune. And he's actually part of a massive 80% majority. According to multiple studies, nearly 80% of millionaires in America are entirely self-made. No joke. They didn't strike gold. They started with ordinary jobs and ordinary incomes. What set them apart absolutely wasn't financial luck, but their extraordinary financial habits. So instead of just reading a long list, we've organized these concepts into a clear thematic wealth blueprint. We'll be looking at master your daily money, grow and protect wealth, cultivate a millionaire mindset, and finally, the ultimate wealth habit. Let's start with section 1, master your daily money. Because before you can grow your money, you've got to control the money you currently have. We've got 3 foundational steps here. Step 1, pay yourself first. Self-made millionaires, they don't wait around to see what's left over at the end of the month. Before paying bills or buying things they want, they automatically move a chunk of every paycheck. We're talking 10, 20%, maybe even more, straight into savings or investments. Step 2 is living below your means. They simply spend less than they earn. And step 3 is absolutely vital. Avoid bad, high-interest debt. Now sure, they might use mortgages or business loans strategically, but they completely wipe out wealth-draining credit card balances. Every single dollar paid in unnecessary interest is literally a dollar stolen from your future compound growth. And this brilliantly illustrates the massive difference between looking rich and becoming rich. Look, it is so easy to fall into the trap of lifestyle inflation. Buying a flashy sports car the second your paycheck bumps up just to impress total strangers at traffic lights. But actual understated wealth, that involves driving reliable, everyday cars and keeping your expenses on lockdown, even after your income goes up. They aren't trying to look rich, they are quietly and diligently focused on actually becoming rich. Moving right along to section 2, grow and protect wealth. This is where we shift the focus from saving money to making that money actually work for you while keeping it safe. You see, the wealthy play both offense and defense. Habit 5 is to invest consistently. Habit 7 shows us that self-made millionaires almost never rely on a single paycheck. Nope, they build multiple income streams. Think rental properties, dividend-paying stocks, side businesses, or maybe online royalties. Multiple sources provide serious financial security. But, and this is key, they balance that aggressive growth with strict capital protection, which brings us to habit 8. Building wealth is important, for sure, but keeping it is equally critical. So they maintain emergency funds, carry the right insurance, and diversify to make sure they never put all their eggs into one single basket. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is exactly how they invest. It's a strategy called dollar cost averaging. Basically, this means investing regularly through retirement accounts or index funds to build wealth over decades rather than trying to perfectly time the stock market. Self-made millionaires know that trying to time the market is basically a fool's errand. Dollar cost averaging takes all the emotion, the panic, and the guesswork right out of wealth building. It significantly reduces risk and lets compound interest do all the heavy lifting over time. Okay, let's jump into section 3, cultivate a millionaire mindset. This is the mental framework required to actually sustain all these financial strategies. Here we have 4 key mindset habits with direct, real-world applications. First up, continuous learning. Wealthy people treat learning like a literal investment. They're constantly consuming books, podcasts, and courses to increase their earning potential and open new doors. Second, clear goals. They don't just, hope to get rich someday. They make detailed, measurable plans so they know exactly what to save, invest, and earn each year. Third, surround with success. They intentionally curate their social circle with ambitious, positive, and financially responsible individuals because they know your environment shapes your ambition. And fourth, calculated risks. They aren't out here being reckless gamblers. They prioritize thorough research over raw emotion before making any big financial leaps. Will this decision benefit me 5 or 10 years from now? I really want you to internalize this specific, powerful question. It represents habit 10, long-term thinking. Self-made millionaires use this exact filter every single day to just tune out the short-term distractions, the viral investment trends, and those totally fake quick profit schemes. By asking this one question, they stay perfectly locked on to their long-term wealth-building targets. Let's move to section 4 and see how this all builds up to the ultimate wealth habit. This is the final element that serves as the glue for everything else we've talked about. Habit number 12, consistency. Without this, the previous 11 habits completely fall apart. Honestly, this might just be the most important piece of the entire puzzle. Wealth is almost never built by making one single spectacular financial decision. It is built by repeating smart, slightly boring decisions for years and decades. Saving every month, investing regularly, learning continuously, and staying incredibly disciplined. That unwavering repetition is what actually creates those extraordinary financial results. So, the crucial point is this: wealth is rarely created overnight. It grows through thousands of smart financial choices made over time. And honestly, this is genuinely reassuring. Why? Because it means none of these habits require you to earn $1 million today. Think about it. So many Americans who are millionaires right now began with totally average salaries. They just allowed their habits and their consistency to do the heavy lifting for them, making their money work way harder than they did. All it really requires is patience and discipline. So I'll leave you with this question. Which habit will you start today? You don't have to completely overhaul your life by tomorrow morning. Just pick one. Save a little more, spend a little less, learn one new financial skill, or maybe invest your very first dollar. Small actions, repeated consistently, can completely transform your financial future. Because at the end of the day, millionaires aren't defined by how much money they make. They are defined by the habits they absolutely refuse to break. 10 years from now, you'll surely arrive. The only question is, where? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.